Hello, horses, coaches, fans, and people who are just watching this because they love But Why Though. We are back, week 4 of our But Why Though. However, let me explain one thing, actually two things. Week 3 did not happen because there was only one moment, and honestly, who wants to watch a 2-minute video on one event? Not me. So, before we go on, please remember this, the other thing, that I don't pick you to be on here. You just screw up yourself and you put yourself on here. So don't get offended by any means or anything that could pop up. But why though? Let me find the but why though week 4 text. Here we go. So we got 3 moments this week. Three minutes. None of them are bad. I mean, they're simple, but people like to mess up and we like to harass them. So let's continue, and we're going to go through all 3. And I'm not really doing a placement thing anymore. That's stupid. I kind of like watched the first 2 and I was like, eh. So for that, so basically we have 3 things, and one is from, I want to say, the Colorado Mammo Swines. The foot kind of Sableye set was that. Freaking, I'm about to kill Amazon real quick. About to punch him in the face like, Dog, fight me now. We got flames out of our mouth like our name of Bows. Everybody get pummeled looking down the wind tunnel. Everybody look at me. Everybody, where we go. I'm actually going to silence my phone, turn off all of the volume, so I can pull up these stuff myself, because I realized in my last 2 videos that I was not prepared. I'm still not prepared. I want to say it's a Colorado Mammo Swine though. Yes. So, I wanted to make sure. So the Colorado Mammo Swine here, they brought a Sableye set. And I'm watching the video, or as you'll be able to see as I'm talking, is that, or actually after this point, the clip what I've already played, but as you'll see that the Sableye actually, he went for status moves with Sableye, alright? But then goes, am I prankster? Bruh, you prepped your team. Did you forget that it wasn't prankster? Because he had a prankster moveset. Specifically looked like it was just for prankster, but then like freaks out because he doesn't have prankster on his Sableye. He doesn't have a team builder, so I didn't actually get to see the sets he brought and why he brought it. But I'm like, boy, you don't just try to go for moves that you would require prankster and would help you, and then be like, I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, you prepped. I mean, if you genned, it's your fault genning too. But next we have Johnny. The Oregon Ducklets, who is my opponent week 5 to be, just a reminder. I'm also a coach now, so if you guys didn't know that. But he brought Jirachi, and Jirachi's always going to be good. Except for the one he brought. He brought Zeb Stealth Rocks, which raises your defense by 1 stat, which would have been easier if you brought Cosmic Power. Which, I don't know, he brought it to tank something, and I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I'll show you the clip I've already played. But he brings these Stealth Rocks, and it kind of just fails, like, badly. Like, complete, like, garbage. Alright, next, last but not least, let me pull up this because I want to specifically explain this moment, because this moment was very, very triggering when I told him that he was going to be on this. He was not happy. No. There was actually a different set that I wanted to make fun for, but he threw a fit, so I didn't throw it on there. Good. I wish I could, like, so we're gonna go to the Montreal Monfernos versus Handom Hydreigons match, to be exact. And what happens is that, I think this is the right one, right? Yeah. So, I'm going to explain this set real quick. Montreal Monfernos brought Life Orb. Granted, Life Orb, Porygon 2. His goal was to trace protein and go for the Trick Room. Granted, not that bad. Not that bad, right? So, we're watching the match, and I don't know what he's doing, okay? So, he traces the Levitate off an Electros. So, by the time Electros actually dies, Porygon 2's under half HP. Because he goes for Trick Room. And granted, he's faster. Electros just eats his hits all day. As in, Electros is taking like 20%, 25%, 30% damage. But he goes for knockoff, gets rid of the Life Orb with Electros. So he's at like 75%. He then clicks Ice Beam. You already saw the clip. The clip I'd have already played. I'm trying to figure out how to edit this in. Because I'm talking about different parts and like it's kind of spread out a little bit. So it's going to be all bunched together. So, yeah, Electros does... I'm like watching the video, like watching it as I'm like talking so I can at least explain it better than writing it down on a notepad like I have been. You know, Porygon 2, half HP, Electros dies, cool. Well, he comes out in the Masquerain. Masquerain's a god this week. I mean, straight up god. So, he goes to Masquerain, switches out to double into Truffle, the Mamoswine. Which he does a good job predicting that. Goes for the Ice Beam again. Just kidding. I think he was trying to get him to go for Thunderbolt. Because Thunderbolt did more. But, you know, Truffle then goes for Superpower. And since Trick Room isn't there anymore, like, Porygon 2 just went down the drain and got blown back like a motherfucker. Like the stupid horse it is. I think the only other thing in this move, like, thing was for, I want to say the Mammoth. No. What set was it that I was going to make fun of? Because I definitely was making fun of some of these sets. Alright. The one set I wanted to make fun of was a Resto, Chesto, Scald, Knockoff, U-Turn Manaphy. Same match. And I want to make fun of it because I want to, because even though he got triggered when I said don't, it was garbage. It was useless, and it didn't do anything. That's all I want to say. Because, I don't know, like, the sets were just bad this week from him, to be exact. I mean, the prep and the understanding was great, okay? But it came very situational, and... but why, though? Like, some of the sets, like, you can't just bring, like, all these sets and it all be situational. You're gonna screw yourself if he brings up one thing. Because the prep was for, I think, Shaman. So I'm not trying to say, like, oh, this set's garbage. No. It was good understanding, and I'm going to say it right now. It's not to be offending him, but, like, it's kind of like when you bring a heat set, and it fails. Yeah, but why? It would be like, but why, though? Like, at the end, you're like, but why, though? So, that's the point of this series. Make fun of your bad sets that failed. Any heat set is a bad set, unless it works. Then the other opponent is just bad. So, that's basically it for the but why, though. And, I just want to point out that, back to the Manaphy thing. Let me make sure. So, I'm going to talk about Manaphy, since I brought it up. I might cut it out if I don't. Oh well. Manaphy doesn't do anything because he goes out against Masquerain. Masquerain has Giga Drain. And at that point, it's kind of like, oh, okay, Masquerain absolutely walled your Manaphy. Because you go for knockoff, you get rid of the leftovers, yet he can go for Giga Drain over and over again and own your Scald to dead life. So basically, Manaphy was screwed. Masquerain basically walled a Manaphy. A Tier 5 B, to be exact, in PMC standards, walled a Tier 1. Or Tier S. Not Tier S. Tier S or Tier 1. Some weird... I have to check Manaphy, but it's like Tier 1 or Tier S. It's weird, very weird tierings. And it's cool. It's new. But, yeah. So we got 2 moments from the Montreal Monfernos. One being the terrible Porygon 2 set, and one being the really weird Manaphy set. We got the Z Stealth Rock from Johnny. And we got the what the fuck kind of Sableye set was that? From the Colorado Mamoswines. So, I hope you guys enjoyed But Why Though Week 4. And hopefully these horses won't mess up again Week 5. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will mess up Week 5. Hopefully I don't. I can't spoil anything because I've had it. But I can't spoil the match till Sunday. So, ArkiKnight will be out. We'll see you guys next week on the But Why Though.